I mean, obviously we weren't very good early in both games. I think the first game we were pretty amped up about being home and got all these fans here, and you want to do well for them. They're so appreciative of the support we get here. And so I think they were just a little bit overexcited. And it took us a while to settle down and get focused on what we needed to focus on. We just too many missed opportunities, pitches we should have attacked, and then you get into that roller coaster of I should have done that, so now I'm going to try and make up for it, and you're swinging at stuff you shouldn't. And I think the second game, a little bit of the same thing early on for a different reason. I think we finally relaxed, and I could just feel this lack of sense of urgency. And again, it's a roller coaster you ride as an athlete sometimes when you're not locked in on the right things, and you're letting the environment and the emotions sort of take you up and down. But what I did like is the leadership in the dugout. It wasn't all coaches, you know, initially coaches, but then players took over and talked about, hey, we need to focus on this, this, and this, and they did it.
I wonder if we can go back to that first game against App State. I think it was during that first review, you got the team together in a huddle, and I'm wondering maybe what you said to the team to calm them down, because after that, you know, the bats came alive and you're able to do what you needed to.
Well, we talked about how it's impossible to keep a certain body part clenched when you're breathing, taking good deep breaths out of your diaphragm. And I challenged them. I said, do it. I go, clench that hole right now and breathe. And they realized you can't do both. So I said, you know, if we keep breathing, we're going to relax. So it got them laughing, but also just demonstrating the importance of breathing. And they know that, but sometimes they forget in the heat of the moment.
In that second game, what did you like out of the grit you saw from Elsa, Gabby, and Sophia all to get on base so that Ella could, you know, grand slam and eventually end up winning this one?
Well, what's so cool is Sophia worked all week on her drag bunts, and specifically dragging the ball down the first baseline, and then to see her do that in a game, you know, it's just neat to see work at something and then they get it done. And then Gabby read the shortstop playing deep and executed a perfect soft slap. She's done that several times for us, so her ability to do that behind Sophia is pretty cool. You know, Elsa, we need to get bunts down, but I also know about Elsa, she's going to find a way then when she didn't succeed getting the bunt down. And it just set things up for Ella. And Ella was very committed to what she was looking for and went for it, and we saw the result.
How strong night for Sage outside of that one home run. Just, what have you seen from her confidence-wise to get to this point? 10 strikeouts, only a couple walks, especially since maybe last year that was what she struggled with early on, about to give up straight pass.
Exactly, and that's a team that takes a lot of pitches, and they have more walks than strikeouts. So that was a key tonight, that we stayed on the attack. And what I liked was she rebounded right away. She didn't let that phase her. I mean, obviously pitchers don't like to give up home runs, but it's going to happen. And she just got right back in there and attacked the next batter and the next and the next. And, you know, her team kept telling her, Sage, we're going to get this done. Like, you just keep doing your thing. We'll get it done for you.
How clutch can Ella be in tonight's game and moving forward, and how has she really impacted you?
Ella's so fun to coach because she does not live in the past. She never gets down about something that just happened. She's always like, go, go, go. In fact, if anything, you've got to kind of slow her down because she can get sped up because she's just so excited for what's about to happen. She communicates at a high level, just super high energy kid. We kind of knew when she got here and just saw those intangible traits she had that she had the chance to be pretty special. And she's also a really hard worker. Like, that kid does extra all the time.
10 out of the 13 runs came in the fifth inning between both games. Was there anything, why do you feel like it was so productive? Was there anything special about that fifth inning?
Well, you're getting kind of back around to, you know, probably your third time through the order then, and I think that's a sign that you're learning things. And, you know, obviously we'd like to score a little bit sooner, but I think the good thing is they never panicked. Nobody got stressed. Nobody got anxious about the scoreboard. They just kind of stuck to evaluating, hey, this is what we're failing to do. This is what we need to do.
Even though they're freshmen, it seems like Taylor and Elsa have really great approaches at the plate in every at-bat. Why is that?
Well, they both came from really good programs. They're on, you know, travel ball teams that play for and win national championships, and they've been in that environment for a long time at the travel ball level. They're both very competitive. They both have really high goals for themselves and high expectations. but at the same time, they don't put too much undue pressure on themselves, especially for freshmen. So yeah, I mean they're real bright spots for us, and we saw it in the fall. The two of them were two of our best hitters in the fall, and that's hitting off Carlin and Sage and Aaron and Peyton and Kaylee and that whole crew.
I believe this is the first game that Aaron's pitched that she gave up multiple hits, which is kind of incredible to say at this point. But just for her, what did you see from a mental standpoint of handling the waves and still finishing the game out strong?
Yeah, I mean, she had this streak to start the season that you knew isn't going to last, right? It's like when a hitter starts off, batting 800. Well, heck, I mean, you go 1 for 3 and your batting average drops. And she was bound to give up a run eventually and give up a couple hits. I think the thing for her to learn from tonight is she needs to adjust quicker. I think we were still in late innings and missing off the plate instead of letting our ball work through the zone. I'd rather see her miss her drop ball low over the plate than continue to miss in the river. And I think that's the thing for her to learn because, the more we just kind of keep doing the same thing, the more pitches the other team is getting to see, the more information they're getting, the more confident they're going to get. So she and I talked about that at the end of the game, and she'll learn from it. She's a smart kid, and again, uber competitive.
What's maybe the main thing that you can take from these pair of games where they're down late, but also the bats are really quiet, and then it kind of just takes that first one? What kind of resiliency can they learn from these two games?
Oh, that's the key. We had a lot of games those first 14 where we didn't get behind, and so we didn't have to experience that challenge. All right, how are we going to handle this? So I actually like the fact that we got in games today where we were behind and we were going into those last few innings, and you want to see how's your team going to handle it. Nobody panicked, so that's good. I feel like it was a lot of what we did that got us there or failed to do. So just so many teachable moments from these games tonight.
Leading up to the home opener, what were you telling the freshmen and the sophomore players what they were going to experience playing in this ballpark, and how eager were they to get out here to play in front of a home crowd?
I probably didn't tell them enough because we came out a little bit too jacked up. I think you can tell them, but it's like a little kid. You can tell them the stove's hot and they're still going to go touch it and have to figure it out for themselves. So there's nothing like just getting out here and experiencing it. And I want them to look around and appreciate what we have, but then we've got to get locked in and focused. And, once that first pitch is thrown, everything is here between the white lines.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.